Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Bajan Reds TV preview show. I here with my man, the doctor, the original doctor without the degree, the man like Pops. How you doing, brother? How's
Medical
your day?
degree. Medical degree.
How you doing, man? How's your day?
Cool, man. Long day, man. Long day, nice.
Yeah. How's the weather down in Barbados?
Actually weird, weird. As I was driving coming home, there was some lightning strikes in the distance. They had some flash flooding yesterday too.
Wow. Yeah, some weird weather, man.
166 square miles, and you can have about 4 seasons in one.
Except winter. But yeah, man, it's some weird weather, man. We gained some warm weather in September, almost middle of warm weather. 31 today, so that's pretty good, man.
That's good, man. That's good. Let's stretch into October, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, we here to chop up the weekend game, man. We got another home one, another potential banana skin. Hopefully not. But yeah, we gotta, don't disrespect the Bournemouth and the Cherries, but the middle tier team coming to Anfield again. How you feeling, Pops? You think we can step up on this one again, or what? What's going on with you? How you living with this one?
No. I mean, much like last week, again, with all due respect to the Cherries, this is what the man will call a home banker. So we need to understand what we did wrong last week. Without Visa, the Cherries are gonna probably come and do something similar to Force 4-5-1. Probably having way more.
No, man, you talking about Brentford, man. Come on, Pops. Where you living?
Sorry. Yeah, it's true. I said Cherries and going to the Bees.
Yeah,
I going to the Bees.
Tired, boy.
Ready for sleep, man.
Boy,
sorry. It's true.
Nah, we ain't gonna whistle today, man.
But still, I figure they can do the same thing because they got the Force has given everybody, I guess, what they can consider to be. Here's what the plan is at Anfield. Let's do this. So what we got to do now is counter that and say, well, all right, yeah, you can come and do that, but we got something else. So Mr. Lock got to go inside the drawer here now and pull out something different.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, listen, can't lose this game. We can't. It's virtually impossible. Like we can. It's not virtually impossible, but this is a game that you should be banking, man. This now, man. That Forest thing was a speed bump. We crawl over the speed bump. We get the exhaust rub a little bit on the speed bump, but you know what? We fix it. We went midweek and we went to the mechanic and we fix it. Huh? We went to Italian mechanic and we fix it. So, I mean, listen, you're right about that because the Cherries got the same kind of players as Nottingham Forest. They got those those wingers that are pretty pacey, right? Clivert, Sinistera, Semedo. You know what I mean?
Probably not as physical, I would say. Not as physical. Not as physical. They got Tavernier, as you say. You got Semenyo, and had Clivert in the middle behind Evan Nielsen. In there, 4-2-3-1, Christian Cook in the middle. Your boy Kirk is at wing back, so
he gained drop for the fantasy for sure.
Philip Billing on the bench. You got Brooks on the bench.
Yeah. But the last 5 meetings, we've beaten them 4-5, right?
Yep.
In 23, we lost that little stinky 1-0, right? But we've technically beat them convincingly in most games. I don't know. Listen, Slot you gotta realize what he did, and you gotta fix it. You understand? Because we cannot. Listen, we cannot. We cannot. Big up sideline, man. Let me shout out something in the chat. Big up the chat, by the way. Who we got in the chat?
Everything. Producer. Big up the producer.
Big up sideline. Big up the producer on the cover. Arsenal the stinker to the Champions League. Yeah. Big up Liam.
Big up, yeah.
Life.
Fella, big up.
And big up my brother Imran, man. Big up yourself, Imran.
Big up, Imran.
Like, but I'm saying, like, we're back to this game. Like, listen, man. We cannot afford. Listen, we got a real serious game with Arsenal, which is Arsenal and City playing each other. So for us, that's a good thing. Because the draw day,
it's not our business. That's not our business.
It's our business because those are
our business.
These are our main rivals.
No, that's not our business.
Challenging for the title.
Saturday, 10 o'clock our time. That's our business. After that,
you're right.
Then we can look at the things.
Yeah. Red for Life said, will they press us door, sit back and park the bus? I don't know, man.
Block how they playing. I haven't seen them, to be honest. I haven't seen them. I watched some of the highlights for Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, they would be very disappointed with the result against Chelsea. Big up, Angel.
Yeah. What's up? Big up, Angel. How you doing, brother?
They held on. Yeah, but looking like dinner time.
Yeah. I'm not chowing down as usual, huh? Yeah, go ahead, Pop. Go ahead.
To me, they would be disappointed with the result because they defended reasonably well. I was saying for what I saw, and to concede in the manner that they did close to the end of the game, a little disappointing. But for us, it's just a matter of we have to take the chances that we get. We saw against Forest, and again, our last league game is Forest, so we can go back to that. Yeah, we did well in the San Siro, but against Forest, we had each of our front three had a chance. None of them scored. Now, you're not going to get 10 chances every match. So at some point, we got to be clinical up front, and that's where we've struggled for a long time. Now, Van Dijk and Ibu scoring at least says, hopefully to us, that we've turned a page in our book. Now, I heard that we're also looking for a set piece coach as well. So hopefully that's with a view to, all right, let's get wins in different ways, not just Salah scoring, Diaz scoring, Jota scoring, Nunes or Gakpo scoring, or other one for the midfield, but we can get some from set pieces where the guys at the back are threats. Then all of a sudden it opens up the game as well. So where somebody's sitting in the low block and saying, all right, you can have all the possession you want and knock it around. When we get a free kick or a corner, knowing that VVD and or Ibu, even if they don't score, at least create some havoc in the box so that second ball then drops to somebody else and they can score.
Facts. No, it was nice to see the big boys score. You know what I mean? It was really, really nice to see, especially Ibu too, Abel and Van Dijk. But yeah, man, listen, I would love to get that set piece coaching fast because we got some big dudes that can jump, man. We should be scoring a lot of set plays, and we got a Malik Trent and Sabozlai that could curl in a free kick. You know what I mean? So for us, gotta work on it, man. Work on it. You know what I mean? Angel, how you feeling about this weekend, brother? Like that.
I hope for a win.
You hope?
Yeah, hope.
So you're not confident?
Nothing is guaranteed in life, you know.
Taxes and debt.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only thing guaranteed. Yeah, no, I think we should be okay, to be honest. I think we should be okay. Like, I don't see a reason to be worried or anything. All our players are healthy, so that's good. I am a little bit concerned in regards to the lineup. Will the front three change? Will the midfield change? I think the defense will be fine. Well, obviously, I think Robertson comes back in the lineup, in my opinion. But yeah, we will need stuff. I think we will be fine, though. When do we play? On Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday, 10 o'clock.
Saturday, 7 a.m. your time.
Yeah. Damn. Are you going to make it? You going to be up?
Yeah, I should be up.
Yeah, so, I mean go ahead, Pops.
I was just going to say, Bournemouth so far in their 4 games, they've only lost 1 game to Chelsea. That was at the death. They managed to come back from the death against Everton, as we know. being down 2-0 and ended up being in 3-0. As their one win, and then they got two draws with Newcastle and who's the other one they drew? Who else they drew
Yeah,
with?
I
They
wasn't
drew
sure
with
who. I know
Newcastle
Newcastle
and
the draw for sure.
uh,
I don't know the other
who
one.
else? Who else? Who else?
Yeah, I could go check the stats, man. I can
I'm
check the
checking
stats.
right now. Forest. It was Forest. Sorry, they
Oh,
drew with Forest. It was Forest. Yeah,
same Forest that put a lash on we last week, huh?
yeah. They
Jeez.
drew 1-0 with Forest and lost to West Ham in the cup. So
Mm.
a little spotty to be honest. So
Okay,
in all
Mm-hmm.
fair enough.
honesty, we should be beating them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
In all honesty,
yeah. And red flags to Anfield, but let's turn the volume up because last week was pathetic. Yeah, man, we need to. It is. I don't understand, man. I mean, I ain't there, so I don't know how loud it really is. But I hear people saying it wasn't loud. Red flag was asking, "What do you
I
say about
think
rotation?" I don't think we're really gonna see a wholesale change. Maybe we'll switch 2 or 3 players in the starting 11, just like we did last year. Yeah, we don't need the wholesale changes. Absolutely. We can get into that with our lineup. I ain't got the lineup builder here, but our boy Barnes, a little bit busy off the ball a little bit. So yeah, hopefully we can deal with that later. But we could just verbally, you know, go through the lineups.
But I don't imagine wholesale changes because we haven't seen it yet. And again, we're only 5 games into the season. Angel, this is where I'll defer to you because the red line is the red line in play yet, as far as players and physicality, traveling, internationals, minutes, that sort. And you think that
Yeah, but
we
like
already at a
I
point where we're
would
looking at
say
the red lines or not necessarily.
I would say like the past 2 weeks is probably this is crucial. I think right after international break, I was a little bit concerned with McAllister just because he had a little niggle
Mm-hmm.
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He had to fly back from I think his last game was against Colombia, so from Barranquilla to England, that's a decent flight. But then they're not really flying coach, right? They're flying private, so that
That's
comes
it.
into
That's it.
consideration. Um,
Mega oxygen chambers in the plane, man. Jesus.
yeah. So, um, yeah, I think it, I think starting now because I think it's 3 games a week, right, or 2 games a week
Three
until what?
games. Three.
Until the next international break, I think, which is in
Three a week.
October.
3 a week to
Three
the
a
next
week.
international. Yeah.
So there was a quote. Quote me if I'm wrong or whatever, but I think it was Sloth talking about he's so used to playing with the same players constantly.
Mm.
But that's something he has to adapt to. Obviously, it's a different league, so he has to adapt to it. But since he said that, it's the same lineup. So um, I guess it's more of the trial and tested that he trusts these players currently. Um, but there are certain players I feel like should hold bench, not because they're playing bad, but just because it's just to protect them. It's a long season. We're playing a lot more games this season. If we want to achieve anything this season, I think we have to keep our players fit, in my opinion. So
100.
um, there are a few people that like obviously are players that are usually getting injured, which is Ibu, Jota, are players that I think we should kind of like hold back a little bit. But unless there's the mindset is okay, just have them play and have them win the points for us, and then if they get injured, we'll deal with it when it happens, type thing, which is kind of like a Western gun hose mentality.
Yeah. Going all guns blazing.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. But then again, from what I know, and certain people that he's brought in the medical team, they're good at what they do, so they're probably already monitoring that and stuff.
That's right. That's what I was gonna ask you. I said
The
they got a
training
new
method,
medical team. They're probably telling him like, all right, this
I
guy
think,
could go
I
one more
think also
game.
the training methods is a bit different now. We're not
Yeah.
really. It
It's not
isn't
rock
the.
and roll anymore, right?
Yeah, it's not really rock. Like we'll rock and roll in bursts,
Yeah.
unlike we used to, which is like a full 90 minutes. So, um, yeah, we will see and stuff. We will see. We will
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. I mean, 3 games a week, you
We
can't be playing the same players. It's basically
we
you're
got
looking for trouble
we
there.
got 5 games in a week's period before the international break. So we got
Sorry.
5 games between now and the international break. Five,
Okay.
five
And when
games
is
in the
it?
next
I
two
said
weeks.
2 weeks.
They, so we play Palace on the 5th, and our next game in the league is the 20th against Chelsea. So the international break is going to be between there.
Okay. Okay.
So Red for Life is right. It is next month. So we got
Yep. Yeah.
Bournemouth now. Then
It's
we
in
got the
October, yeah.
Hammers midweek. Both of them at home. Then we go to the Molineux. So we go to Wolves on the 28th, and
And
then
then
we
to
got
Palace
Champions League on the 2nd.
at home
First,
again.
where
We got
Bologna
Leverkusen,
comes.
right?
Yeah, no Bologna.
Bologna.
As Crab says,
Well,
Bologna.
Bologna comes.
oh, Bologna.
Bologna
Okay.
comes to town, and then we
Yeah.
go to the Selhurst Park to Palace on the 5th. Early kickoff, Angels, so we won't be seeing you. That's the 7:30. Actually,
Yeah.
For
we
what?
got Wolves at 12:30.
What time?
7:30 kickoff.
On
7:30
what,
our time. That's
Saturday or
4:30
Sunday?
your time.
Which game is that?
Saturday or
5th.
Sunday?
That's October the 5th. That's Palace.
Oh,
Is that
Palace is
Saturday or Sunday?
That's the 5th. The 5th is um 5th is a Saturday.
Yeah, it was good.
So we go Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday. And then we go break.
Mm.
So to me,
Saturday,
is a
Saturday,
5 game
Wednesday.
burst that he's managing and saying, all right, yeah, Saturday. I figure you can rotate for the cup, but West Ham isn't necessarily going to be an easy game. So
Yeah.
Wolves away, not sure. Bologna at
Yeah,
home,
Mulder is always
probably
tough.
full
Mulder is
strength.
always tough. But for
Palace
us, it shouldn't
away.
be. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's,
Listen, man.
it's an interesting stretch. It's an interesting stretch.
Very, because I honestly thought we could get 15 from 15 to the stretch. Like 5 wins, these 5 games, I thought we would definitely get 15. But
Yeah.
Forest put a dent into it for me. We didn't even get a point from that. So basically, we should get, 12 out of the next 4? I mean, if we're really serious about pushing for this title, we should get 12 points out of the next 4 games.
We only got 3 league games. 3 league games. It's 3. Remember?
I'm saying the next 4 games, which is Chelsea, ending with Chelsea.
1 in the cup. 1. Oh, you including Chelsea after the break?
Yeah. I including Chelsea because I had 5 games. And I was
Okay.
including Chelsea, right? Because after Chelsea, we got Arsenal. So up to that point, I think after Chelsea's Arsenal, I wasn't 100% sure, but up to Chelsea, we should at least get 4 from 4. I think. Let me see. I'll check.
After Chelsea is Leipzig, Arsenal, Brighton, Leverkusen. That's the next 4.
Yeah, we got Arsenal.
So Arsenal
correct.
is the next game after Chelsea in the league.
That's right.
Leverkusen in the Champions League. Yeah. So we
Yeah,
go back to
yeah, so-
again 3 games a week.
So that's why I'm saying this is necessary that we get all 3 points for the next 4 games, in my opinion, which is doable because the teams we playing, no disrespect to none of them, but we should be beating them technically, right? Anyway, we could do a little starting lineup thing here. We could take how we picks and see how we looking. I mean, we all thinking about the back 5. We're going the same. We resting
Big up, same,
Ibu.
bro.
Who we all thinking?
I think Robertson goes back in.
Robertson, yeah.
Robbo for Augustus, and then we go again.
That's it. That's the only change we've seen in the back 4.
Yeah.
Back 5.
My
So
opinion,
Ali,
yeah.
I honestly would sit down. I would sit down Ibu,
Why?
my opinion, and give Kwanzaa
Wait.
play.
No.
I'm playing
Why
in
would
the
you
cup.
say that, Ibu?
Play him in the cup.
Play who in
West
the
Ham
cup?
gonna be a tough game.
So
West Ham gonna
wait.
be
So you're saying you want take Ibu out against Bournemouth to bring him back against West Ham?
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel like Ibu's been immense for us this season, to be honest.
He has, man. That's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, but Ibu has not been good with injuries. We all know that. Come on, man. That's why I'm saying that. I'm not saying that because I don't want Ibu play. I'm saying that because I want him to be there. You know what I'm saying? I want him to play most games. But I get it.
But
I get it.
I can't remember if it was Copish or something I was listening to, and it was saying that Ibu had lost a couple of pounds, literally just a couple of pounds,
But you
in
can
order
see it.
to change his body, I guess, body
No,
mass
but
index or
a
whatever.
couple of pounds it makes a big difference, though. If you want to
Yeah.
get into the anatomy of it, it does make a big difference. because he was pushing. He was pushing based on how he looks. He's he's over 200 pounds,
Yeah,
but that's muscle, right?
but
Comfortably.
he's 6 foot plus,
Yeah.
Comfortably, yeah.
right?
He's a big fella. Yeah, he's 6 plus. Yeah,
So
You know
two
what I
hundred
mean?
pounds, and he moves fast for
He's
that
quick.
amount of weight.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a burden
he's
on the
rapid. He's
knees.
rapid.
You know what I mean? It's burning on the knees,
Yep.
burning on the ankles. So
You know.
yeah, a couple of pounds does. You know.
Okay, but I guess everybody agree we're gonna have the same back five bar Robertson and come back in. And what we thinking about the midfield? Like we still doing the double pivot with Gravin and McAllister, or we gonna switch around. Maybe put in Curtis Jones with Gravin Birch.
Who?
Curtis Jones.
Nah,
The midfield picks itself again.
I think
yeah,
so.
yeah. I think honestly, the only change I see
Yeah.
maybe it might be two players. It might be Robertson comes back in, and then Diaz comes back in, and that's it. Everyone else stays the same. I think
I think you should sit Jota out. I really honestly think Jota should play this game.
he favors him. Like he favors the
Nope.
man. Like I think, yeah. So
But we're saying that like we don't.
We
The
feel
fan
Jota,
base, the fan
we all
base
know.
picks Jota ahead of Nunes every day.
That's right. That's
no,
right.
yeah.
Whether you call that favoritism or whatever, but just the logic, you're saying Jota's the shot
Yeah.
and Nunes isn't that guy. The fan base picks him. That's his 11. He's showing me to me that that's his 11.
Uncle Albert, big up Uncle Albert. Uncle Albert said he's leaner and meaner.
Big Uncle Albert.
He's 6'5".
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Me personally, I think Jota is off the boil. I love him. I think he's our best finisher, but he's off the boil. I think coming off the bench would be good for him. I mean, you gotta give Nunes a shot at some point.
you
I
got
mean,
the
yeah,
cup.
you're gonna
You
probably
got,
throw
you
him
got,
in
you got
Yes,
West
but-
Ham, man.
You got West Ham in the cup.
Yeah, but that's like I want to win that game too. If we're gonna make wholesale changes,
Stop. Wait a minute. You just said you have to give a man a play. And now
Yeah.
you're saying you won't win the game, which
I didn't say that
suggests that
about
if you give him a
Nunes. I
play,
say
you won't win the game.
but you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me. I said I don't want to
Sorry.
make wholesale
Finish.
changes for West Ham. Understand? That's not nothing to do
You
with
want
Nunes
to
and
or you
Jota.
don't want to.
I don't want to make too many
You want to
wholesale
or you
changes.
don't want to.
I don't want to make too
Why
many.
not? Why not?
Because West Ham is a tough game. It's a tough game. West Ham will come with their full squad probably. And we need. I don't want to get out the cup in the first game we play. I don't want to. And we need to get. We need to keep it pushing, right? All I want, listen. My whole point is all I want is a little bit of rotation more from Slot, because I don't want we have to rotate because of injury. You understand? I want us to rotate when people are healthy so they can be better for the next game. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
Rotation and movementation. I understand.
Movementations and rotations, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Red for Life said, look, Jota has more game intelligence than Darwin, but Darwin is unique and needs playing time. Does.
Yeah, but for Darwin to get playing time, it just means the original 11 gonna go and win the game, and then you can make the 5 subs. You have 5 subs in every match in the league. Go and win the game and make the 5 subs. You don't want to start with a different team and then have the players coming on that are your starting 11 if you want chasing the game now to get back into a game or to take it to a winning point. So you want to start as strong as you can and win it. I agree with that. I don't think it's favoritism either. Yeah. I think Mr. Locke is content with what his movement. So his movement, as much as he hasn't scored a lot.
His movementation is not good, man.
But
it hasn't been that good lately.
His movementation is not good.
Actually, it has been, but it has
you're
been,
marking
but
him because of Forest. The game is Forest. The Forest game has put a dark cloud on a lot of the players. So if you didn't come into Forest,
no, but even the game before, even the game before, he was no movementation either. So.
That was United.
You didn't
right?
think he was? You don't think he was good against United?
No, he was all right.
He was okay.
He was all right.
All right, winning 3-0 then means you start again, right?
Yeah, you're
If
right.
you're all right in a 3-0 squad, you're starting. You're all right. We won 3-0. That means you get to go again. All right, you lost to Forest, but you were selected again in the San Siro, where you won again in the San Siro. So, like you said, Forest was a blip, which means the 11 that we saw at Old Trafford is arguably the first 11. And that's the 11 that it looks like Mr. Locke is saying, all right, those are my guys first. Gakpo had a good game in the San Siro. You think Gakpo's going to start on the weekend? I don't.
Probably
I think
not.
Diaz is
He
going to come
should
back into
though.
the team.
Big up 12 man, first of all. Sorry, the original
Why?
romantic of
Why?
football.
Big at 12.
Enough
Why
love to
should he
12.
start, Grab?
Who? Sorry?
You said he should start. He should. He should. Why? Why should he?
Who, Nunes?
Gakpo.
Well, because he had a good game. He's on form. Let me ride the
All right.
wave.
So,
Let me ride
Lucho's,
the wave.
where's Lucho? Lucho's not on form? All of a
Lucha
sudden?
is on form. Listen, he is on form. It's a hard pick, man. Listen,
So, what are you saying, eh?
I was just really impressed with how Gakpo played on Tuesday. And I don't know, man. I couldn't be a coach because it would be hard. It would just be hard. I'll be changing men every week. You play good this week, you start. You don't play, you don't start. I don't know, man.
But that doesn't work.
Gakpo's with Jota
Because
then. No,
players
we
need
can't
rhythm.
put Gakpo
And-
in the middle.
Most
He did already.
Most likely Diaz will start though.
Yeah, Lucho's starting for sure. 100%. 100%.
But if he doesn't, then that's okay too. Like at the end of the day,
Exactly.
the manager knows more than us, right? So he's gonna pick what he sees in training or what
By
you
far.
know. So, but it's good to have both of them. So you know, or maybe Gakpo might be the Champions League winger. Like he might be the
Yeah,
one he
yeah.
sees, you know, for the Champions League or whatever. But
Then in Europe.
it's a good headache to have, to be honest. So you know.
Yeah, Albert said knows the liability. He's gonna miss and be offside all the time. Jota drops in the midfield, creates overload in the middle, also transition. He occupies the defense. Fair enough. That's a good point, actually. That is true. That is true.
Be careful. Be careful.
A little bit too
for-
heavy on Nunes, man. A little bit too heavy on Nunez. Eh?
No, be careful.
That's
be
last
careful
season.
with-
You can't go on last season.
Be careful with the Nunes comments. He might throw a chair at you and stuff.
Of course. Of
He
course.
might also miss.
Well-
He might also miss.
Yeah, he will.
danger.
And 12 man got a question here. He said, what's crazy is Diego has bad form, argue the worst on the team currently. What is the argument that Diego should? Or we're trying to figure out if he should start or shouldn't start, 12. That's the only argument.
But that worst form is relative, though. No, the worst form is relative because prior to the Nottingham Forest game, nobody would have said Jota needs to be subbed or rotated or whatever. We had won 3 in a row and there was no discussion to me. I can't remember people saying, well, Jota needs to go or whatever at that point. Some people said, yeah, he didn't have necessarily a good game, but we won 3-0. And his movement was part of the reason why the front three clicked and we scored goals. Now, maybe people want to see him score, which is ultimately what number 9 is supposed to do. But
I want to see him score.
the coach is looking at what he's seeing and saying, all right, they are doing the job that I want them to do. That's the only conclusion I can come to because he's put them back out there over and over again.
Yeah, but my thing is we can't put the same team out all the time. You know, it's virtually impossible.
Wait, time out. Not to bring up the past. Klopp used to do it all the time.
Yeah, true.
We used to be able to predict our 11 comfortably.
Oh.
But we all used to get injuries with Klopp. I don't want every football you get injuries, but I don't want to repeat that.
You see, here's the problem. You're talking about injuries that happened. We don't have any injuries. And you just said we got a new medical team. That means the men are in the lab every day looking at the players and saying, all right, there's nothing wrong with whoever it is. You're looking at them and evaluating them on a week-to-week basis. Yeah. So if that's what it is, then that's what it is. People think that there's a lack of trust in somebody, backup players or support players or whatever you want to call them. But profile-wise, if you look at our front 6, our middle 6, and then our back 8, profile wise, they're not all the same. So it's difficult to just say pull this one out and drop one in. It's not the same man that you're moving out to put in.
Hmm. Big up,
If you drop
Adrian.
Joey G in as a centre back, bigger Adrian. If you drop Joey G as a centre back in now for either VVD or Ibu, that's not the same player, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm all in favor of a rotation of players. I get it. You comfortable with you picking, and you comfortable with a certain amount, certain players you putting out there. But like I said, everybody can't play all the time. The same team can't play over and over and over and over. They can't. They can't. Understand?
St. Paul, at the beginning of the season when I picked my 11, Jota was in 11. Jota was my number 9 ahead of Nunes.
Better movement.
Always, man. Always.
No, but he's asking about better movement though.
Jota, 100%.
As it stands right now, because I haven't seen Nunes do anything which is unfortunate or fortunate, depending on how you look at it, I can only say Jota better because Jota's had the minutes. Nunes has had, what, half an hour in the San Siro? That was it, max. And he had a few minutes the other day in the game.
He's probably had
when
an hour,
Jota was sub,
probably an hour of football, to be honest.
Jota's first substitution was for Gakpo, not Nunes.
Yeah,
the first time we saw
was,
Jota go off, Gakpo came on.
That was a mad thing.
It doesn't matter what I want or care or think about. I'm looking at the decisions that the coach made, and he subbed Jota for Gakpo. Now, I don't know if that means he doesn't like Nunes, as some people are saying, or he doesn't trust Nunes, or maybe it's a case where, and 12 is here, so 12 is the man who spoke about his coaching and his making players better. Maybe this is him saying, you know what? When you first joined Liverpool, you were a high-profile signing. And unfortunately for you, Jota was injured, and then we lost players in the front line. So he was forced. He was forced into a situation where he had to play, and then he got a silly red card. And to me, everything went sort of south for him at that point. Maybe the coach is saying, all right, let me pull you back out, give you some time behind the scenes to work on things. And when I bring you back out, you're going to be the player that I want, not the player that you were before. I don't know.
Albert said he was in a Nottingham Forest game and Salah was the worst player by a mile. Are we subbing him? Sabazai was a close second. Are we subbing him?
I am. I would. You know me, man. You know me.
Of course,
I know you.
Of course, we're not.
You got that bench nice and warm.
Oh yeah, you know me. I'm cutthroat.
But again, if we're looking at the Forest game as an anomaly, then you can't look at the Forest game as an anomaly. Yeah, but you can't look at it as an anomaly and then still say the worst players on the game on the day for the Forest game. All right, let's put them on the bench now. Because prior to that, we were saying, look how good Salah is. He's got 3 goals and 3 assists. Also, Bosley was wonderful against whoever. It to me is an ebb and flow, up and down. Like one day somebody is 100 and then he's 0. It can't be that. It can't be that our players are exceptional one week and then shit the next week. So he's all right, drop him for the third game. Exceptional shit drop. You're going to have points where all right, he's not at the level that you expect. But that doesn't mean then you just throw him to the side and say, well, yeah, let's get the other guy in. Because you haven't seen the other guy. Mm-hmm. We're not in training to see why they're getting picked. As much as you might like or dislike somebody.
The 12th man, that's negative.
That's some negativity for you.
I like it.
Pops, you said, Pops, you are a good politician. Seriously, Jota was bad against Man United, bad against Forest. I'll be the team was too and wasn't good against AC Milan. He's a good player, needs rest.
Again, as a matter of opinion, I don't think he was bad against Man United. I don't think he was bad. He wasn't. And see, the problem with some of our players is VVD, Allison, Moore, Trent, Jota. They're supposed to be 8s and 9s every week for everybody. If they're a 6, that's horrible. But if other people are 8s and 9s and they're a 6, then the team still wins. So if as a unit you're winning, the manager's looking at that, the coach is looking at that and saying, all right, well, you might not like what you've seen, but I good enough with that. Send him again. I don't know if he needs rest, but that's why you got a squad. You got a team of players, you got a team of doctors. They've said Jota is good to go, so he's gone. If he is, if Nunes starts on Saturday, I'm not upset. That's the thing that I there's no one in our team that I don't like, that I don't want to see. If the Gumshield Gorgon starts on Saturday, I ain't saying, oh God, why he start the Gumshield Gorgon? I'm saying, all right, let's go. So if Jota needs rest and Nunes starts, good, let's go. Nunes going to score and let the Nunes army or whatever the defense league or whatever it is that you got going come to the fore and scream and shout.
I know that was the AI man, because usually 12 man don't really come with the negativity like that. But yeah, I get it. Big up KV. He said, why don't we use Darwin as the cup striker the same way we use Keller as the cup keeper? It's true.
We haven't seen the cup yet. The cup is coming, so he might be that.
Adrian said, Pop's words of wisdom. That's why he's the doctor. St. Paul said, I'm not complaining, Pops. I'm just saying Jota is a starter for me, but don't tell me his movement is better than Darwin. When other Premier League strikers pick players on attributes, they pick Nunes. That's an opinion thing too, though.
Other Premier League strikers pick players on attributes, they pick Nunes.
Yeah, they said Nunes got the better attributes over Jota.
That's an article or that was actually something.
No, height, speed. I don't know. What else does he offer? I don't know. Offsides.
His best attribute is his movement. St. Paul is saying. I don't know about that, man. I don't know.
His pace to me is his best attribute. But so far in the games that we've played, I don't think we've played a team that's given us a lot of room in behind. I mean, other than I figure at Old Trafford where we press them in the middle and won the ball high at the pitch. I haven't seen a game where I personally think Nunes would have been.
What was that game?
Stellar.
Remember, what was that game we watched? And we were like, "Yo, one ball behind, we're in." What game was that? We were like complaining that he wasn't passing the ball, and it was like
I think that was Ipswich.
Yeah.
Ipswich were deeper, and then it started to get sucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
But they started deep, and then they came further and further at the pitch as the game went on.
Yeah, that's a Nunes game, in my opinion.
Through the lines over the top, we would have been in. Mm-hmm. But we actually didn't do it, though. The sad thing is we didn't play that ball. So if he was on, all he would be doing is making runs and not getting the ball and looking really frustrated.
The perfect game for Nunes would be Spurs.
Oh my God. He loved that one. No,
he should start again. That's Spurs high line would be perfect for Nunes. But my man Albert says, anomaly, let's stop the replace Jota stuff. He's a better center forward than Nunes. Silence said my main 11 is with Nunes starting with Jota. Okay, fair enough.
Oh, wow, okay.
Big up, John.
Big up, John.
Darwin Nunes should start if Jota's in the spools. Other than that, Jota starts. Yeah, facts.
Sideline, your 11 includes Nunes over Jota. Is that from the beginning of the season or just a current thing?
Got more negativity coming from 12 man for you, boy. He coming with all that dark side stuff, man. Huh? Jesus, peace. He said Slot has subbed Diego for Darwin and Manu Forest at Manu. 76 minutes played, one off target shot from our 9. 0 out of 5 dribbles, 64% passing, 0 10 ground duels. Not a good game in my opinion. Stumble with Jota.
But stats don't really say it all, though, in my opinion. Though.
You gotta watch the game, man.
No, the stats tell you a certain amount. I didn't say he had a good game. What he said was he was part of a team that won 3-0. His movement led to the first goal easily. You can see that easily. Jota goes to the near post and points and tells Mo, look, over my shoulder. He carries basically 3 men and they got 2 men overloaded at the back post. Now, you might say it's stupid defending, but his run makes that happen. Am I saying that that's all I want? Not me, because I would like us to score 10 goals. But again, if you are the coach watching on the sideline, you're saying to yourself, that's exactly what I want. We need to score. Yes, you didn't score, but you're part of the machine that scored ultimately. Is that enough for a lot of people? Maybe not. But again, it's not our decision. The coach is picking the guys based on what he's seen. Nunes hasn't done himself any favors either. He hasn't come on and said, look at me, let me do this. To be honest, Gakpo came on as a substitute, and he didn't say, "Look at me" either until he started in the San Siro. So he hasn't been exceptional as much as people say, "Oh, how good he was in the summer for the Euros or the tournament or whatever," and whatever it was. Was it Euros? It was the Euros, right? Yeah, Euros. Oh, Gakpo's killing it at the Euros. Okay, but he hasn't done that until the San Siro. And again, it might be difficult for those players to come on with 15, 20 minutes, even half an hour, and make a big difference in a game that's locked down. But until you get the shirt, that's your job. Unfortunately, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Costas took Robbo's spot. Did Costas
Never.
do enough to keep it? No. Did he do enough to keep the shirt? No.
Never took it.
So you're
He was
saying,
leasing it.
no, but he played. If Costas had a 10 out of 10 game, let's say he scores 2 of them shots, Crab, are you saying Costas is going to start this weekend? Or are you still going back to Robbo?
Going back to Robbo. Y'all are talking this nonsense, but Bradley and Trent same way. Oh, Trent shouldn't play. Bradley should start.
Good. I just said Costas
look
had
what
a 10 out of
happened
10, and Crab said he going back to Robbo.
Because Robbo's the main guy.
Bias.
So, all right.
I get your point. I see
You're biased, but
I get your
that
point.
may be a no. But that may be a fact in the coach's eyes as well. Robbo is my left back. Costas is my number 2. Yeah, you had a good game, but that doesn't mean you supersede the man because you had one good game. It does mean, however, in my mind, I have a number 2 who's very good. In the event I have to swap a man out.
By the way, before we move on, we got 25 in watching. Can you please get a little like down there? Hit that little button. Give the man some love, Just give us some thumbs up.
Guys.
12 man says, but that does not deny my point. Gakpo hasn't looked good until he started. Give Darwin an opportunity going by what you just said. That's for you, Pops. 12 man on you today. On you.
I see what's going on. I see what's going on.
No, but the question you have to ask yourself is this: why was Gakpo given the opportunity to start and not Nunez? Nunez was supposed to be working with the coach for the last 2 weeks during the international break when they were where all the players were away. Unfortunately for Nunez, the coach went away as well. So the time that he would have spent with him, some of that time, the coach was in Holland or something. So he would have been just working probably at AXA with other coaches, I guess. But
he home now. He got international.
Why?
So he home again.
Why hasn't Nunez started though? Why hasn't he started yet then?
That's a question you gotta ask Slot.
No, Gakpo started. Yes, all right, good. But Gakpo's coming off a tournament where everybody said, yeah, he was in top form. He's done nothing basically as a substitute. Nothing as a substitute. But he starts in the San Siro and he has a good game. Why hasn't Nunez had one then? What's going on in training or behind the scenes where Nunez isn't getting it forward?
Silence there for me starting Nunez next game to keep his confidence high and give him a chance to start, then sub in the second half. And Red for Life said if Darwin doesn't start this game, which is likely, what game in what league will he start in?
I think he starts the cup games. I think he starts West Ham.
I think he starts West Ham. I agree. I think he starts against West Ham if he's gonna start.
I think Nunez and Chiesa starts in West Ham, in my opinion.
And Gakpo.
Chiesa too.
Yeah, I think the front.
You gotta rest more, man. You can't play more.
Yeah, I think the front three changes completely. I think it's gonna be Gakpo, Nunez, Chiesa. I think.
What about the midfielders then? I mean, we skipping ahead, but let's go back. Let's go back to Saturday first. So the back 5 stays as it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
The original.
The
original.
Robbo's
back in Trent.
Ibu,
DVD. AB1. All right, good. The middle of the park, back again to the original.
Yep.
So McAllister,
McAllister.
Up front now is where I guess
we don't really have much options.
There's some discussion for people. Salah on the right, Jota / Nunez in the middle, Gakpo / Diaz on the left.
Yep.
Some people seem to want Nunez to get a start. I'm seeing people talk about confidence, but it could work the other way. You can start him and he not do anything and then get subbed at halftime, and that could kill his confidence too.
Yeah, that is true.
Starting doesn't necessarily mean you're necessarily gonna be confident. It just means you get to start. if they start in a low block and you get two chances in the game, and Nunes hits one over the bar and he's offside twice, you know what can happen? Everybody that's saying he should start, well, not everybody saying he should start, but all of the non-Nunes sort of fans, as they are, gonna say, this shit again. Get him off.
Uncle
Critic
Albert,
can go mad. X and go mad. Whoever.
Uncle Albert's gonna go mad.
Yeah, but we said that about Mo too. Mo hit the bar twice for the San Siro. All and I was cussing. I was like, holy hell, you hit the bar, man.
Yeah, but Mo has credit in the bank that Nunes doesn't have.
That's true.
And that's the issue.
Big credit in the bank. I know.
That's a big issue.
I agree.
The conversation levels for Mo are never going to be at the same level as they are for Nunes. Ain't to say that a miss is as good as a mile. When you hit the frame, is a miss. It's not a shot on target. It doesn't register as a shot on target. It's a miss. So it was two misses. As much as it might have been an inch differential between two goals or whatever it is, it was a miss. So if Nunes hits the bar twice, you know what you can say? Oh my God, this man got the record for hitting the post or hitting the crossbar. He did it 4 times. No, that's what can happen, and it can be a meme of last season when he did it or whatever. Unfortunately for him, right, it's very, very difficult for him to win for certain people. For Nunes, for certain people. Yeah. And to me, it's one of those, you got his defense league on one side, and you got the people that absolutely hate him on the other side. I think the people in the middle are maybe a few.
Me and Angel, we in the middle.
but I'm not a hater of him. Neither do I love him to that degree.
Yeah, on the last
There's no way I can put myself on there. No, but last season, one of the things that Angel and I said was Lucho and Nunes need to make this season their season. That was last season. I'm not sure they did enough to make it. So almost this one is now. You on the thinnest of threads as far as I'm concerned. No, unfortunately for him, he's on the thinnest of threads now.
The way I look at it too, I think, obviously different circumstances. You can play a lot of stuff into the reason why Klopp leaving, playing style, players missing. You can put all that factor, and you can make excuses up the wazoo for certain players or whatever. But I think what's concerning now is the fact that, if I'm correct, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, Diaz and Nunes' contract is pretty much past the halfway point now and stuff. So
because Nunes got 3 years left, I think, because he had a 6-year deal. So I think he's a 20.
Yeah, so it's halfway. It's on the halfway point. So so you look at it, and instead of being, I'm not trying to be negative, what have you done in 3 years to prove they deserve to be here? That's just the way I see it. I know it might be a little bit cutthroat or a little bit crude, but
the business thing too.
That's the business. That's the way I think we have to look at it. Now, unfortunately, the Diaz situation, all bias aside, is a bit different because you have a player that technically has been here for this long, but technically he had 1 year of football off, injury wise.
And the whole family stuff.
I'm not counting that and stuff.
That messes your head.
No, I'm not doing that.
Come on.
So, but I think that, like I said, this season is the season for certain players, whether we like it or not. This is it. And stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah.
I get it. No, you're right, Angel. You're right.
So it's a big season for certain players, I think.
Yeah.
Because if rumors are to be true, and so certain players are looking to get new contracts and stuff, you have to perform well if you want a new contract or a pay raise per se and stuff. So
yeah, and as the man said, slot season men in training. If certain men don't start, that means they're not good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
But the other thing is, all right, not being good enough to start doesn't necessarily mean that you failed. It could just mean you're not just there yet. So the coach is working with you because the system is different. The system is different. Endo, for example, won't necessarily be comfortable right now as it stands. But you know what he said? He said, I'm going to work. That's what he said. Now, whether or not that's a reality.
In the interview, he did.
He said, I'm going to work. I'm going to do the work to try to get myself here. Now, again, people say, the coach doesn't rate him or he doesn't like him. I don't know that. But what I can tell you is he's looking at him saying, well, he ain't very mobile, and the 3 men that I'm using are all mobile players.
Yeah.
Can he learn? 12 said it. 12, I'm using your words. New coach, new styles. You improve the players that you got with different coaching techniques and whatever. Some of these players may not be as football intelligent, if that's the term, or IQ or whatever. And again, I'm not saying that they're stupid. I'm just saying the system is such that some people, Gravenberch picked it up very quickly. He turns like Thiago Crab. You love it. That half turn and just, he doesn't touch the ball. He just lets it run across his body. That's a Thiago thing. He loves that and he's working well. That isn't something that the other midfielders necessarily do well. Now, is that something that they have to learn? Or is it just that their first touch got to be better? They got a lot of tenets in the game that got to be a little different. And I keep going back to what Imran just said. The coach is watching them train every day. If you're not at the level, it isn't just, all right, yeah, let me just swap in a man or whatever.
And I think also,
he is on the line as well. The coach feeling pressure too, because he's saying, I'm coming into this team and these are quality players. These are quality players. It's difficult to get better than this. That's what he said. We were third last season. So if it's difficult to get better than what we have, and we were third, he's almost set the expectation that at a minimum, we should be in and around third, right? Minimum.
Yeah.
So he's under a lot of pressure as well. So it can't be just, yeah, let me give this guy some minutes. I'm giving you minutes when you've done what I think you need to do behind the scenes so I can bring you back out. So maybe it's the reinvention of Nunes. And when Nunes actually comes forward, you're saying to yourself, okay. Now I can see why he didn't play initially. He looks different. There's something different.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think also because I think there was a report too that they're more into video analysis now, more tactical and stuff. So I think it's also the lineup is based on how the players respond to all these analyses and all these video clips and stuff, and if they understand what stuff wants from them on the pitch. So if players can't grasp it, there's no point in putting them on the field, in my opinion. So maybe the 11 that he's constantly picking are the players that in training or in the video analysis understand what he wants from them. So
some players will catch on faster than others,
yeah.
So I think that's the way.
The idea that your IQ is higher, as people will say, that just means you're sharper than. So the Dutch players, people like to say, the total football, and that's how you were raised. In the San Siro, it was the Dutch guys who were probably the ones leading the charge. Gakpo and Gravenberch were 2 with 3 players who people thought were man of the match, along with maybe Ibu. That's why I was hearing the most shouts for.
Ibu for me was immense in my opinion.
Yeah, very immense.
Yeah,
very
he got. I mean, Liao gave him a little bit of a tough time, but Liao pretty much gave everybody on that side of the pitch a tough time, just sporadically, not throughout the game.
Yeah.
But did he score though?
Paul is saying, no, of course not.
Exactly.
No, but that's the key thing. You can get dribbled, and once the man don't score it to me, it's much of a muchness. Oh yeah, you get dribbled, so what? And didn't score. Fine. I'm just saying, if we didn't want him, we should have sold him. All you're doing is bringing him on for 20 minutes. Only going to bring hate on the kid because if we're down and losing, he's going to get blamed. St. Paul, to be honest, whatever Nunes does, if you don't score, there are people who are just going to shit on him. That's just what it is. There are people who are dying on the Nunes hill. He's never going to be good. That's it. They've made the statement on the internet or whatever, and they're dying on that hill. So as much as they're Liverpool fans, so they claim to be anyhow, they're killing him. And
St. Paul,
it's almost like they feel good to say,
I
told you so.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
But in this new age, modern world, this is what the fans do. Big up, Murray.
Right. Big up, Pops, known as the Centipede Hunter. Big up, Murray. St. Paul said a lot of clubs wanted him, and then if you don't want to sell them, you're holding on to them is just making everything unsettling. I won't say unsettling, but he's good to come off the bench, in my opinion.
He hasn't proved it yet. That's what I would say. Both Endo and Nunes are 2 players who I thought were okay last season. Okay. Endo probably was better in terms of his impact because a lot of people said Endo was rubbish before he even got a minute. And then when he started to play, what was funny? Endo was the first name on the team. Yeah, Endo in the 6. McAllister get free again, so McAllister further at the pitch. Everybody loved that because he didn't want to see McAllister in the 6. Endo
That's
freed him
right.
up. So all of a sudden, Endo became almost like a superhero. Yeah, Endo in the 6, Endo in the 6. Then he had a couple bad games and it was back by Endo shit again. So ultimately, we got to put the 11 out. So we said the back 5 is the original 5. So we got Ali and goal, we got Robbo on the left, we got VVD next, and we got Ibu, and then we got Trent. Middle of the part, back to the original 3. So it's Grava, it's Mac, and Sabozale. Yeah?
Yep.
We don't have a choice. I
Pick
think.
the front 3.
I don't think
Two
the
of y'all pick the
midfield
front
has
3 now.
any much. That's the problem. I think somebody was saying earlier up in the chat that that's the major problem we got, because it's hard to rotate that midfield now, like especially with Elliott out and
You got 2
Curtis
left.
still coming back. Huh?
You got Endo and Curtis left, and arguably you got 2 left. Endo and Curtis are the two of the 3 that back up the other 3. And you had mentioned Tyler Morton midweek.
Yeah, that's the thing. So that midfield is gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem because, like you said, you gotta rotate them at some point. You have to. So yeah, for me, the front 3 can be, for me, the front 3 is Lucho, Jota, and because Jota did come off in the Champions League tie, so Jota for me and the King. The sideline I said, yeah. So yeah, for me that's the front. Same squad for me. Same squad by Robinson. We could do some scores now. I mean, the chat could put out the scores, fellas. I mean, Angel, what are you thinking?
Get your pen and paper, guys.
Oh yeah,
it's prediction time.
I forget.
I already got mine in the book.
I think I put mine already too.
I'm going 4-0.
Woo! Boy, oh boy. Well, me personally, every time I say we're having a clean sheet, we don't get a clean sheet. So I'm going 3-1 to the LFC.
I got it in the book already, and I'm not changing it. 2-0.
2-0 to the pool.
2-0.
John Thomas agrees with you. Sideline agrees with you. Dakota agrees with you. Everybody, like, there's a lot of 2-0s here, boy. Jesus Lord. My man Liam with me at 3-1. That's all right, Liam. We know. If you know, you know.
Let's go.
But this cannot be another banana skin for us, man. We gotta handle this. We deserve something. Imran said I got 5 on it.
Hey.
Uncle Albert. Curtis Jones not a useless, but he's only there because of Scout Stacks. The man coming in with the fire today. The fire is burning.
Wow.
Jeez.
It's crazy, man. This man was our starting left-sided midfielder.
I know. And everybody was saying how good he was playing. A lot of people were not trained. A lot. St. Paul said Mo 2, Dom 1, Jota 1, Diaz 2. Wait, what?
2 assists.
Oh, Diaz 2
4-0.
assists. Okay.
Yeah,
I like that. I actually like that. I like that. Yeah. I'd be happy with that. I would be happy with that.
Another 2-0.
Actually, no. Swap out Sabozale for Nunez, then I'd be happy.
Barnes says 2-0.
Sabozale assist to Nunez and yeah.
Adrian Blackman said 2-0. There's a lot of 2-0s. Sideline saying 2-0 too because he got Sabozale.
So that's a good result.
But I want 3-0.
A good result, huh?
But listen,
you said
all
3-1.
jokes aside, yeah, I know. Because every time I say 3-1, we win 3-0. So I'm hoping, something happens. Red for life, 2-0. Sheesh. Listen, all I'm hoping for is a proper game from the fellas. Because the OS won. That little anomaly that happened last week can't happen again. It won't be tolerated. Because we're sending the plane down there. Conair coming down. We're coming for the bunny. The bunny needs to go back in the box. So we're sending Angel down there with Conair.
Put the bunny in the box.
to pick these man up. You understand? So yeah, I excited, you know. Of course, Pops and me gonna be on the stream, right, Pops? We watching that game Saturday, right? All right, all right. Angel, I don't know, might join us. We'll see, depending on how
Angel
Lucho's
might be in
doing.
bed, man. So
Depends on how Lucho doing. Angel might jump in. We'll see.
Yeah, it might. It depends.
So yeah. Anything else, fellas? We got anything else to say?
Nah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. Give us a little tick down there, you know, showing the love.
Big at the
Respect
chat
as
as always.
always, man. Like, look, we're happy to have everybody here. We appreciate it. And we can see them, I don't know, tomorrow maybe for the Friday Night Live. I'm not sure how that gonna happen, but we're gonna sort it out. But yeah. That's it, fellas.
Yep.
The Bajan Reds TV. We out of here.
Bless.
Bless.